Segment 1 info. Segment 1, we got news on rapid fire. Talk about standings and the completed season. The Blaze Championship, next season possibilities, Inferno Championship and how that went. Off season and the expectations through the off season. And we're gonna talk about like theories, like what might happen, what might go on through the off season if we are getting gain some popularity, new faces, what we expect, and then players that might be replaced or found as a free agent next season, like current roster players that might not be rostered next season.
Mm-hmm.
Professionalism of players put in the correct league because we had some drama with the championship, knowing some GCs were higher level than Champ 2s or Champ 1s, and especially like even Champ 2s being in a league where they shouldn't be in. And segment 2, we're basically going to be bringing Fancy and Sniz in. Sniz was the MVP of the Inferno roster, Darkness, and Darkness went off to win the championship that season. Fancy is the GM of the Reapers, or the former Reapers, who won their Blaze championship. And so we'll be able to get to talk to them. And that will be about it for this podcast. It'll be short and simple. But yeah, I guess to start out here, should we bring in Sniz right now? Because Sniz is ready.
Yeah, we
Or
can
should we
talk
just
snooze. I'm cool with that.
should we just go into segment 1?
I mean, if
Fancy's
this
not
is
getting
here and
back.
ready, I just want to get him out of the way so he doesn't have to like stress about it anymore. You know.
Okay.
I don't want to
Let's
keep
bring in
everybody
Sniz.
waiting. We got Mr. Sniz. We'll talk a little bit. Server, so he has to be in it. He's not in it. I think the person we talked to last time was in the server, so let's just
Okay.
go to rapid fire. We'll go Gen. If we get griefed, it's content, so it's fine.
Content. Alright, alright. Let's go.
Poggers.
Alright. Let's go ahead and bring him in.
Is he can just join. I don't have to drag him.
Let him know. You're an FA, Trev? They didn't keep you?
No, dude, I got dropped like a hot potato, bro. What the, I don't even know, like why. I'm still team
What's up,
captain in
Sniz?
the Mafia server.
Hello.
What's going on,
Mr.
man?
S.
How's your day?
I'm chilling right now.
Chilling.
What's up?
Championship chilling. That's why he's chilling.
Championship chilling. That's right.
Yeah, I
You got
called
that
this
big
so
trophy next
early.
to your name.
I knew
Yes,
they
sir.
would win. I wasn't even gonna be close, dude. I just.
Yeah, I was going for you guys too. I said
You
it.
know
It's
you
on
were.
the podcast.
Nice.
No.
I said,
you-
what do you
Said
mean,
what?
Trev? Yes, I
No,
was.
no,
I was
you
like,
were
you know,
not.
I want Fluffy to win because he's my guy.
Oh, okay,
am
yeah,
the
I think I remember
king.
that.
The
Yeah,
king.
I just said you guys were gonna win because you're just Snooze is better. That was the only reason.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I do carry.
Yeah, you carried. When we played you, dude, it was just so not fair.
Okay. How much of an impact was Fluffy for you guys?
Fluffy, I mean, obviously in the playoffs, as you saw in the grand finals, he did show up there. I give him that. He did show up in the threes match.
So, what, show up how, like
Wow.
solid third man, or was he like MVP playing like an MVP or peaking?
I would say he's not a third man. He's an offensive guy, so he's definitely peaking offensively.
That's what's up.
And me and him were also improving, working together. That also went good.
All right, that's awesome to hear. Okay. So what in total led to your guys' team success? Because we know throughout like your season, you guys kind of had your ups and downs. You guys switched a few players out, and then you guys barely made it into the playoffs, right? You were a third seed.
Yeah.
What
There's only
got you guys past the Kings and the Astros?
I think at the start of the season, we didn't really have any chemistry. We were just having some problems, obviously, with the roster. So we changed something up and brought Tricks in, and that definitely changed a lot. We played way better as a team, and that helped us definitely get through and win the season.
So Trix is like the golden move of the whole thing, huh?
Yeah, I think so.
Who was
That's
the
awesome,
prior
man.
teammate?
Was it
Zayd.
Ku? Day, that's right.
Don't even remember. No idea.
Yeah, he was very inactive, so.
Yeah, yeah, I see. Yeah, that definitely makes sense. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So again, you guys were kind of the underdogs, not only up against the Kings going into the whole tournament, right? People thought you could probably pull it out against the Astros, but the Kings were a big favorite. How did that affect your guys' morale going into the series?
Oh, they didn't affect us any. We knew we knew we can beat all of them. We knew it.
That's damn right. Damn right.
Self belief, self confidence, right? That's great.
Dude, I'm telling you, they were just better. So.
They were just better. I mean, you got the number one overall draft pick, Mikey G Fuel, who won the championship last season. You know, they got a lot of built chemistry on the Kings, and you guys just came in and just proved all the doubters wrong. You know, that's a
All
big
the
achievement.
doubters.
Yeah, it's a
All
big
the
thing.
doubters.
And plus, we didn't even have a main roster, and we still beat them. So that also says something.
Yeah, and what does this kind of plan for the future? Because I know some insights to a couple things. What are you trying to stick with Fluffy, or are you trying to like what happens like throughout the off season going into next season?
Um, I think we're definitely gonna stick with this team. I have a lot of faith in it, and I'm pretty sure Fluffy and Soccer does too.
Okay, okay. Um, so one thing I want to know is you're really high ranked right now, right? Like you're borderline like too much value to play. If that doesn't change going into rapid fires next season, and you're deemed ineligible because you're too good for us, right? What happens then?
Um, I think
Man,
Fluffy
just
will
can't
make the
play.
most out of it. I try to get someone else as good as me. I guess I don't know.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, I
yeah,
do
I mean it's
know
tough.
we need to. I know Rapid Fire needs to gain more popularity, and I tried to get a partnership with them earlier. I'm not sure how that's all gonna work because the other league seems a lot more professional about it. But one thing that I feel that Rapid Fire needs to do in order to bring higher level players in is they need to start offering money to at least the higher level players because lower level players will come in and just play for fun. Higher level players want to get better, right? That and seeing money is what's gonna bring them in. Like you guys are both in the Inferno League. Would you guys agree with that?
Yeah, I feel like having like a prize pool would definitely put up the motivation for high level players to get better and put more dedication into this league.
All right. Trev, what's your feeling on it? You think that'll make a difference?
Yeah, it's always a good idea in theory, but it's like, how are you gonna get the money? I mean, like, is the tough part, like, because
The way
nobody would
I
be
see
against it.
it,
Nobody's gonna disagree that money is helpful, but
yeah, the way I see it, I think it wouldn't be hard if like every like admin or like franchise owner put in like $10 or like say $25 each, and then say we had like 10 admins and we all put in $25. Guess what? That's like $300 or some shit. Like I don't know math, but like,
I don't do math. That's,
but you know that's a good amount of money. And if you guys were competing for like say 300 to $400, like would that not be like worth it right there?
Oh, definitely.
Because I mean, most of these guys are in college, right? They must have a job. So I feel like
yeah.
being having at least a job, you could put a couple of dollars in at a time. You could find whatever you could squeeze out. Because I know like college costs a lot, but they put in a lot of effort. They're putting off a lot of effort into their league, and if they want to make their league better, I feel like putting some money in there as a prize pool would be worth it in the end, right?
Yeah, definitely. I agree with that.
You got anything for him, Trev, right now?
Um. So if you're at the very least, your MMR cap's gonna go like up, right? And then you're not gonna be able to keep your same roster, right? So you're gonna have to change your third, right? Probably. Cause I don't know
Well,
how close you
they
was with
got
MMR cap.
their roster consists of Fluffy, Sniz, Koo, Trix, right? Did you guys have a fifth? Who was your fifth?
We have Berg Duo also.
Berg duo. Dang, I don't even remember him being on your team. I thought he was on like the
He just
Reapers or
exists.
Immortals or
Bro, the
something.
subs
when did he
don't
get
do
on your
anything.
team?
He was always in there. He
Okay,
was always in
well,
our team.
if your MMR cap does change,
Yeah,
like
but to
who
be
are you
fair,
gonna have to like?
you're gonna keep Fluffy
How are
though,
you guys
but
gonna have to change?
I
Because
mean,
I
so
mean,
you're third.
technically, Fluffy was your fifth guy. He was the lowest guy with in terms of MMR
It was?
or value.
Oh, well then it probably won't matter.
maybe the
'Cause
lowest,
then
but he
if
definitely
you're-
did not play like that. So. But I guess
Okay.
Ku would fill in for my spot, and it would be Fluffy, Tricks, and them. Cool. I feel like that should be a pretty good team.
Actually, I am curious. Why did you guys choose to play Fluffy instead of Ku or the Berg duo?
I mean, Berg, he didn't really respond. Tricks, he's in EU, so it was pretty late for him. So Ku was the only option, and he responded. So we played with him, and it worked out great.
Okay.
Yes.
So just give me some insight on what it feels like winning the championship and being the MVP at that. Like, just how are you feeling about it?
I mean, I'm not really like over the top. I'm chilling, I guess. I mean, like you said, if it was a prize pool, I would be more like excited. But I'm
Yeah.
chilling still.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's the best.
alright.
He knows. He already knew he's the best. He doesn't need the medal to prove it. That's just how it is.
Do you have any like satisfaction or gratitude after that clock hit 0 and you guys knew you won?
Yeah, cause Envy was kind of hitting every shot, so I was kind of getting scared.
Yeah. Arctic was peaking, huh?
Yeah, they were.
You guys beat the
Nice.
team that was peaking. That's the best team in the league that was also peaking. You guys beat them, huh? That's what's up.
That's how it is. Nice.
Alright.
Alright.
Well, I don't have any more questions for you here. I don't know how much time we took. What was that, like 10 minutes?
I think around there, yeah.
Shit, we got 10 more minutes to spare.
We
don't really
have to. Like,
we don't have to,
wants
though.
to talk about something else. We kind of covered everything.
We also don't got Fancy here joining us right now, which is
I mean,
sad.
we can try. I
I'm
can
gonna
ask
at
her.
her real quick.
She tends to be nice to me, so.
Okay. You talk to her a lot, Trev?
Okay, it's not like that. You.
Oh.
I'm like, no, why did you go there? No, but like, oh my god.
No, I think she's chill. I think she's chill. You watch anime, Sniz?
It's pretty random,
Of
but
course, that's what you asked.
I mean,
Sorry, I was looking at Fancy's PFP, so I was like, does Sniz watch anime?
I mean, yeah, I used to. I watched a little bit of Dragon Ball. I watched all of Naruto, Demon Slayer, My Hero Academia.
What's up?
One of those.
Classics.
But I kind of stopped. I'm not really into anime anymore,
Yeah,
at
that's okay.
least.
Yeah.
That's okay.
It's okay.
I'm sorry to hurt your
Okay.
feelings, man.
It's okay. You know what? Never mind.
That's right. Keep it to yourself. You know what they
Yeah.
say. You got nothing nice to say. Man.
I didn't have anything to say at all, actually. I was just fucking...
Okay. Yep.
Whoops, I cursed. My fault, guys. Edit that out. Edit out.
I didn't even hear you.
Well, you will when you rewatch this.
Right. Okay. Well, that's all I really got for you, Sniz. Thanks for coming on, dude.
Yeah.
All right, thanks for having me.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
All right. Later,
problem.
dude. Peace.
Later. Peace.
Longest goodbye. All right, let's go back to podcast VC.
Okay.
League standings, opinions of each team's performance throughout the season. Okay. We obviously know who won in Inferno. Astros and Kings. Kings were probably expected to do really great. So,
I mean, they did well, of course.
Yeah, 7 and
And
1.
what was the prompt again? I'm sorry, I missed it.
It was is league standings, opinions of each team's performance.
Opinions. I mean, we talked a bunch about the winners. Let's talk about some of the losers. We got a team that lost so bad they rebranded.
Reapers?
No, the Immortals.
Oh yeah, the 0-10 team. Shit. I mean, fuck. Sorry, Trev.
Okay, so you're the one that's in charge now. Like, what's the plan? That's what I want to hear. What's the plan? How do you recover from?
Well,
the roster's bad. Obviously, the management's probably not great either.
Well, to be honest with you, earlier today I talked with Stricken, dropped the entire team. Everyone's off, even staff. Everyone's gone. Rebranded.
So what are you looking to
Fresh
replace?
start.
What are you trying to get on?
You know me when it comes into terms of competition, and you know me in terms of communication with the team because you were one of my players. You also know how I like to operate things throughout a season due to that.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm already looking at GMs and AGMs.
Do you have anyone in mind?
Actually, Fluffy. Got Fluffy in mind.
So
And
can you get somebody from another team to be your GM, even if he's playing for a different roster?
Well, the way I see it is if Fluffy wants to be released, he requests it to soccer. He said that's what he would do. But like Fluffy actually offered to me that he wants to be my GM because he's been in soccer gaming off of PlayStation for like close to a year now, and he's really loyal to me and my team, so he wants to be my GM.
Loyalty above all else.
He's got that loyalty, and he has actually he's told me that he wants Sniz to be AGM, or that it would be smart for me to make Sniz AGM. But at the same time,
I see the play. I see what you're doing here.
Yeah. But at the same time, I got TSM Johnner, who's my best friend, and he was my AGM last year. I feel like I have an obligation to make him my GM. I know he didn't do anything, but when it's fully my team and he has a bigger role, I feel like he's gonna have more significant. He's gonna feel like he has more significance. Because when it was me and Ultimo, he felt like he was kind of that third man being left out. The third wheel. But
he's the third man in the rotation, bro.
Yeah.
Poor chap.
It's okay. But I'm thinking I might make him my GM, Fluffy my AGM, and if I get Sniz, like Fluffy being with me, Sniz is gonna automatically want to stay with Fluffy. The built-up chemistry.
I see. So you're sabotaging Darkness.
sorry,
and
soccer.
And then gonna steal the next championship because
And I know of a certain free agent who is pretty good at rotating and boost management that would probably fit pretty well with me, if you know what I mean, playing with Sniz. But there's
I see. Okay.
There is a draft coming along. So I got my idea for what I want. Not sure if that's what I'm gonna go with, but I do know that Trouts are being planned for about next weekend. So
okay. Not
yeah.
Next weekend,
So
like 2 weeks.
That's what was said. Yes.
It should be this
From what
weekend.
I know, that could be some leaked info, right? But next weekend is when we're planning on Trouts.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, we talked about the Immortals. Yeah, so let's talk about their roster a little bit for Inferno. Like, there's not really much to go off of the Blaze team. They were just kind of like not good. Their management was kind of like shot. Immortals Inferno, like the Blaze Void team. I feel like their management was just kind of shot. At one point, I feel like they had 800 valued players, but
how does that even happen? You couldn't find any other champ players around?
I don't know what was going on with Void. Like, I was telling like the people that I thought were good, like, talk to them. Yeah. Left was a free agent for the longest time.
Alligator, we had. I could just be lazy.
The Void Blaze team could have been better. They just I, whoever was the manager was just not it, apparently.
Yeah, he got. I know he got taken off because Fallacious asked me to be the GM, and I said I didn't like his players, so I wouldn't do it.
When did this happen? Were you
The
on my
other day.
team?
No, just
Oh, okay.
yesterday.
Okay.
You want to be GM? I'm like, I would,
Nah.
but I don't like your roster. He's like, okay, I understand.
Want to be my GM? I have nobody else.
You gotta get. No, you have to get Fluffy in them. That's important. If you want to win this season, you gotta bribe them to be on your team, dude.
I don't need to bribe him. Fluffy will just be on if I ask him to be.
Well, I'm sure you wouldn't mind having the role, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll
Alright,
see what
but
happens with you have to
the
draft them,
Immortals
right?
team, Dewbound, Aqua, Jack, Crimson, the one douche. I feel like their team probably failed because of Aqua. Now, Aqua's insanely mechanical, and watching it, I remember looking at him in tryouts when I was looking at you in tryouts and all of them. We really liked Aqua. Mafia, we really liked Aqua, and then Ultimo was like, no, no on Aqua.
Wait,
Um,
that really happened,
so
huh?
we were like,
Okay.
we're not getting Aqua, but like at the same time, I understood it. Like Ultimo has experience with Aqua and is just like he's not smart. He doesn't rotate correctly. He's just mechanical. That's all he is. And like that makes sense, right? Because that's all I was seeing.
Ouch. Ouch. Poor
Yeah.
man.
But we love Aqua. He needs to get smarter. I feel like he was probably Achilles heel of that team. Um,
I mean,
who know?
it's the same thing with Fluffy and Sniz's team. Like Sniz is good at everything. I feel like with that team, there wasn't enough backup for Aqua to do what he wanted to do. Like when we played in Inferno, it was like they never really had anybody back. It's like nobody's cutting the ball. It just felt messy, and then they would go for some like force play.
Like no chemistry going on.
Yeah, there wasn't really any chem, and they were like joking around in team chat too. Like they weren't even taking it serious. So
Makes sense. Team 0 and 10 just doesn't care.
yeah, they
Yeah.
didn't care. It just wasn't serious.
Okay. All right. Well, moving on, we have the next season possibilities. So, what do you kind of expect for next season? We're gonna have 8 teams. Um, Coven, the Coven, right? Coven,
Yeah,
Coven,
Coven. I
and
want to go
then
with Coven. I don't care.
yeah, and then we're gonna have soccer, gaming, esports, and then it looks like Astros, Kings, Mafia, Ducks, Darkness, and the Void. Soccer's owner of the Darkness. Ultimo's owner of Mafia. Um, Flips is owner of Reapers. I'm owner of Immortals. Uh, Typical is owner of Astros. Reapers, I'm not quite wait, no, I said Reapers. They're Coven now.
There you go.
Ducks got stricken, I believe, and then the Void is who knows. Wait, it must be one of the new owners, right? Public
The
announcements,
Void? I
right?
think it's Fallacious, right?
Oh yeah, it's probably Fallacious. What's Fallacious doing? Come on, Fallacious. You could have
What
been
is he
better.
doing?
Okay, well, going into next season, knowing all the owners and the players that are retained to the team, did Mafia retain Nate Casual? Is that who they retained?
I feel like he's gonna. I mean, I'm not retained. I don't see Shorts getting retained. And you're not
Okay.
getting retained.
Nope, not me.
I don't know if he wants to retain his Blaze roster, but
I think anyone's getting retained on Mafia.
I don't know. Maybe he'll just start fresh. We didn't
Maybe
really have great team chem, so we just weren't friends. Like we played okay, but we just didn't really like each
talent
other
but
that
no
much.
chemistry, right?
Yeah, there's not really any chem.
Um, Ducks and Stricken Cape. How did their Inferno do?
They had I can't
Three
remember.
and
They had
seven. Their Inferno was bad.
really 3-7.
Yeah.
I mean, they had
Ducks
some roster
Inferno was
changes
A.
through the season.
Oh, Stricken almost won the championship in Blaze. What do you think goes on with their team next season?
I don't think they changed anything because the team they lost to is out. Like none of those players are gonna be in Blaze anymore, and so they'll probably win the next one. You know what
Right.
I
You're
mean?
talking about the Fancy and
Yeah, Fancy and Moby are definitely not gonna be Blaze next time.
yeah. So you're thinking they'll probably win. Well, with considering roster changes and roster, like if Ducks keep their roster like they're like NRG or something, like keep the same roster, like the roster changes throughout the rest of the teams and the possible free agents that could be coming into Rapid Fire. What do you think? Do you think they could start winning against the Ducks? Do you think the Ducks have the same success they had this season?
Um, I mean, it depends. It depends. That's a really it's too hard to tell who's gonna join, who's gonna be like the best C2 I've ever seen in my whole life. You know?
Yeah, guess that makes sense. I mean, Darkness, their Blaze doesn't have Flips anymore. No, we know Flips is a player, and he's probably gonna be Blaze. Flips was like the captain of the Darkness Blaze team. Um, Soccer is their owner, but like, say, Fluffy does move, like, and we're not talking about we're talking about their Blaze team, and Fluffy and Sniz isn't on their Blaze team, but does Fluffy leaving like affect the Darkness as a whole team, or is it just
I mean, Fluffy did everything for the Darkness. Like, he was managing the team. He was like, I think he was like doing all the practice and stuff, and like when he was also scheduling everything. So I don't think soccer's gonna let him go that easy because he just did all the work. But
I mean, if you got, all I know is if you got management who doesn't want to manage for you, and if, like, say they just go on strike and you're just holding them on the roster, that's not going to do anything for you. You know,
yeah,
I'm not saying Fluffy would do that, but
I don't think he'd go on strike, but it'd be more like a guilt trip.
if he doesn't want to do it, then who knows? Who knows? And
I'm sure he will, honestly.
Soccer's gonna hate the fact that he chose me to be an owner.
Yeah, I think he's gonna resent that if you steal his whole roster.
It's okay. He got a championship. All right. He doesn't need
Yeah, for sure.
another.
He doesn't need another one. You know, give it a rest. Come back next season.
And then Exile is not the owner of Astros anymore. It's now Typical, and we know Typical is SSL or pretty close to SSL, right? And he's in an org. Uh, gets paid and he coaches his Blaze team. I think Astros are going to be pretty good next year. I think they will be.
Yeah, anybody that's getting coached, because nobody gets coached, dude. Like seriously coached or like VOD reviews and stuff. So if he actually takes the time to do that, his team's gonna be really good.
I know he was doing that this year, and his team played pretty well, but I think they had a snake inside of the chicken coop, Mr. Heisenberg. I think that was
Oh
a bit.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think that was. They also didn't have the most talents looking at their team. In Exile's alright, G-Man's good. Heisenberg was kind of their guy, but Heisenberg's morale brought the team down.
Yeah, being humble, having a good attitude is like that's just so important for keeping everybody playing at their best. You know, that's always gonna be super important.
Yeah. Okay. Any other big names big for teams? Maybe like we talked about. Yeah, let's think about Flips as an owner. He's a new owner. What do you think? He's gonna
We
have
actually
to.
talked once. He's like a pretty nice guy. I think he's gonna be a good owner.
I think he will be
Um,
too. I think he did a
he
lot
has
for their Blaze team. Fluffy thought really highly of him, so him being an owner, he'll probably be pretty good.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna be a good owner. I don't know how good his team's gonna be though. Is he still playing as owner or is he just owner?
I think he's probably gonna still be playing.
Nice.
Like I think yeah. If I had to assume and flip a coin or take a guess, I would say he's gonna be playing. Um, but yeah, I think a lot of the teams are gonna be very, very good in management this season. think you'll still have your teams like the Void and Fallacious, because Fallacious hasn't left.
Just fucking believe.
Who was actually the manager for Kings?
I don't know. We talked about the
He
players
made
so
a
much. I don't even think it mattered.
he made a great Inferno team, but he did not make a great Blaze team. He didn't really care about Blaze apparently.
All that matters is who's at the top.
Yeah, second place. But you got me, Flips, Stricken, who's had success, Soccer, had success with Fluffy. You're gonna have Typical, who's very very good. Um, Glacius and Marcoyo, I think was Kings, right?
I've never even heard of him, dude.
I talked to him a few times. I think
I
he was
feel like
GM or something. I
I
don't
feel
know.
like GM or like owner, feel like you should know like all the players now. Like I've never even heard of this guy, bro. I've been around you for months. How do I not know who you
Oh.
are?
The only reason I know of him is because I've tried to talk with him for like trades or something.
Oh yeah,
You know,
Mark Oyo. Yeah, I've
tried to
never
trade
seen this
with
dude.
tried to trade for Mikey earlier in the season.
Ah, I see.
And he was like, nah, fam. I was like, damn.
At least you tried. You know?
Yeah. Um, Players may be replaced and found as FAs next season. What players on teams right now do you think are just gonna be free agents next season? Like, just
I
won't
think
play.
I think like that won't get on a team at all.
Well, they might get on a team. Like they'll get be on a team at the start of the season and then be off. Like no more. Because like we look at Heisenberg. Heisenberg doesn't change his personality. Call him out a lot. He doesn't change that. Team's really gonna want him even though he's good, right?
I mean, I guess it depends how ignorant you are and if you pay attention to what happens in chat and stuff.
Yeah. Obviously we know Splash and Fancy will be moving up to
Yeah,
Inferno.
who's gonna pick them? That's what I'm wondering. Is it, you think they're gonna get picked
Splash
up? Fancy and
Splash and
Splash.
Fancy moving up. We have no clue what's happening with them.
Is
Um,
Coven just gonna take them on their Inferno roster, or is that not gonna happen?
who knows? And I don't know if they do well moving up to Inferno.
I mean,
They
Fancy's been playing
don't
well. She's high C3 right now. I watched her play the other day, so she can definitely compete. Bobby's a very good like opposite to Fancy, so they played well together. I don't know.
yeah.
We'll see. We'll see.
I know Galaxy, very talented player off of Mafia sub team, but his mental is pretty shot. So
Poor Galaxy.
he gets upset. I'm not sure he'll find himself on a roster. Same with Johnner. Johnner is very good with his mental, and he has good game sense, or he knows how to play the game, but he doesn't have the talent to put it all together. Like he doesn't do what he wants to do a lot. So I'm not sure how he'll work. Um,
Yeah, I see.
Other guys like Aquatech, Dizzy Vertigo, or we go into Inferno.
I actually just played with Aquatech. He's slumping right now. He's
Oof.
actually like his comms are good. He doesn't seem like a bad guy, but we were really not playing well. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
C3 and we were losing in C1, so that was rough.
Okay, we got Kalish. We could talk about.
You think he's gonna get redrafted to the Ducks? That's what I want to know. Like he's gonna
Uh,
get released.
Ducks
Let
did
me
not
check it
perform
though.
very well. I think Ducks are gonna keep Luis or the Strange Blitz. One of those two. I think that they have higher chance to redraft Luis if they are only keeping one. But I know they like those two.
Yeah, I can see them keeping Luis. Luis played
I
okay.
think I think Kalish is a possible player that could just find himself as a free agent, especially if we keep getting more people in Inferno. Cookies was Blaze at the start of the season, moved up to Inferno as a 1200 sub. So who knows what happens there? I think the Astros like Cookie, but
Well, he just hit C3,
talent.
so he might. He's been grinding there. He's got 802 games this season. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
if he's not getting better, then something's wrong. So
All
I
right.
think we'll see him off the sub bench.
Okay.
I still don't like the sub bench, by the way. I think it's just stupid.
We got the Berg duo, who we heard from Sniz wasn't really responding a lot, which is a bad thing. So who knows if the Berg
I'll
is
never
going to be on the
remember.
team next season, right? Obviously, we talked about Aqua earlier, but I mean, we could look at that whole Immortals roster and just be like, are any of these guys going to be playing next season?
Yeah,
Any of
I don't
them?
know. I don't know. That's all up in the air.
Professionalism of players being put in the correct league.
Oh yeah, the whole Moby and fancy thing.
I mean, Lethalus, High Champ 2, and like Blaze was supposed to be like Champ 1 and lower, right? Champ 1 Div 4 and lower.
Was it? I heard it was 1200.
Yeah, 1200 highest, right? So anything higher than that was so maybe you could be Champ 2, but that would be it. Like you can't go higher than
I
that. But
think we
Leth
need to
was
take the
Champ
like
3.
the top needs to come down and then the middle needs to go down a little bit because I
I
think
think
like our subs cannot compete at all.
yeah, no,
At all
definitely. I think
in no way.
I keep trying to talk about another division, but like I'm being told we need more players in the server because I want a division where it starts Diamond 3 under and then Champ 1 to maybe like Champ 2-ish because like like we have nobody in Inferno. That's why we need more Inferno players. So we need like a prize pool to bring Inferno players in, and we could have that Diamond 3 to lower, and then like Champ to Champ 3, and then like GC and above. But and if we had
Yeah.
GC and above, then we would have Sniz be able to play because he'd have the cap. But that's kind of the concern right now.
Yeah, if you make like I don't know, cause it's just like it's not fair, cause all these subs they can't do anything. We're not gonna play them ever. They're simply not good enough, and they would have a good time in Blaze and like be like good players. And I feel
I
like
mean,
we're
we could
robbing
even.
them of like a good opportunity to have fun in the
I mean,
game just because
if
we want to keep some
yeah. I mean,
separation for whatever reason.
even if we needed to, we could go like Diamond 2 to like under, then do Diamond 3 to Champ 2. Like if we really needed to.
Yeah, I mean we could. That would be fine.
'Cause, I mean, you
If you
look
take out the
at
champ threes, then we have no Inferno. That was the problem.
exactly, but I mean, you look at Blaze. There's like 20, at least 20 Blaze free agents. I'm not gonna count everyone, but there's a lot of Blaze free agents, and I'm just like, we need
Yeah, you
more.
know they
Like,
want to
there's
play.
too
They
much
signed up.
talent in
They
free
need to.
agency.
They need to play, dude. I think it's
Yeah, there's
better to
just
give them a spot to play and then be on the side of caution and just like keep things the way they are.
yeah, there's too much talent in a Blaze free agency to like have nobody, but there's not enough talent in Inferno free agency to change that.
I mean, they could make like a fill league of FAs, and then they have like scrim
Could.
meet times. And it's like really unofficial, but
I mean, the thing is, if we just get more popularity, like I feel like if the league just takes it a little bit more serious with its promoting, like we just need more. We need more. Like we go into next season and there's not like any motivation to play. Like I don't know how well this league is gonna perform in the future.
yeah, there's no reason to really play this one. I just if nothing else, at the sub bench needs to go.
Yeah,
Subs are not. Uh, it's bad for everybody.
yeah, yeah. There's also, I mean, there's talk of reserves coming in, right? So, like teams might be able to start having reserves. Um, that might be nice to have like just more rostered players. At least players in free agency will be like, I'm on a roster as a reserve, you know. But
Yeah, cause we should have something.
oh, fancy typing.
Oh my god, no way.
Ah, yes.
That's crazy.
All right, General 1.
Gen 1. Let's go.
Go, Jenny.
Wait, who? Jenny? Who's Jenny?
Huh?
Something we need to know about? Like, you got a girl or something? Like,
Still going for the gay girl.
God, notice I hate you. Stop it.
Hasn't
Just give it up.
changed.
Give it up. I mean, the power of love obviously wins over everything. So
You got Trev.
there's always a chance.
Hello.
Hey, let's go.
The championship icon as well. So jealous.
Yeah, right. Same.
Don't you wish you had that, Trev?
I don't want to talk about it, dude.
I don't know.
Honestly,
If I was just a better GM, or we just had more Inferno players that I could
if
choose
I
to
was
pick
the-
for my team.
yeah, if I was just better.
Yeah.
All right. So what are we talking about?
Alright, so Fancy will just DM me or you based off of our questions, I guess, or whoever it's easiest to DM. But simple question here is first, how does it feel winning the Blaze Championship? Like being there in the moments, like after you saw the 0 seconds on that clock and you saw that you beat the number one team, what kind of feelings did you feel?
Hey, who'd they play again?
Ducks. And they also beat the Astros. They were
Right.
actually, surprisingly, the third seed teams, both the Darkness and the Reapers were third seed. They were the teams that won the championship, both of them.
Dang. Okay.
It makes me kind of wonder if there was like momentum going into it, like being on a hot streak.
I
Because
don't
like you
know.
got to get through the second seed and then going
Yeah,
into the
maybe.
championship.
If you think you're the underdog, usually you clutch up. So.
So Fancy said, I don't know if the story of what happened got around, but we actually barely got to play the finals. Could you elaborate on that? What do you mean you barely got to play? Was it
Wasn't that with the mafia thing? Cause they had a
was
better
that
record.
because of your guys' rank, like being around GC, like that whole oh, big word that I can't think of,
Big
debacle.
words. Big word hard. It's hard, dude. Oh my god.
I mean, so Fancy says, I mean the rank difference I think is what led into it. But the other team actually forfeit in game 4 of the first series. The Ducks forfeit in game 4. What happened there?
Yeah, I think they forfeit so that um the Reapers wouldn't go to finals. Because the Reapers had to make what Moby called a Cinderella run. Like they had to win everything if they wanted to make playoffs. And then they did, and then the Ducks like tried to grief them. I think that's what happened. I don't really remember.
Huh,
Not my
interesting.
league. You didn't know that?
No, I
It was like a
didn't.
big thing for like 3 days. It was like all everybody was talking about, and Fancy was so mad.
I wasn't paying attention.
You
Fancy is
remember?
saying Fancy is saying we beat them 12-0 and then 8-1 and then 7-0.
Me,
That's
who
quite.
now?
Yeah.
The
They
Ducks?
said, "Take the win, y'all deserve it," and they left. I'm guessing that was the Ducks.
Oh, that's salt. Oh, they're so salty, dude. Oh my god.
I mean, that is pretty sizable wins.
Yeah, 12. What
12,
the fuck is that? You won
8-1 and
by
then
12.
7-0.
Bro, I cannot believe it. That just you just hurt their pride. Like that's not even winning. That's just oh, ouch.
We were mostly disappointed.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's definitely something Fancy would say.
mostly disappointed. Not all the way, mostly.
Mostly disappointed. Expected more from you.
We were really
Evil
excited to play
Rocket.
finals and felt bad it ended that way.
I get it.
We
Mine, like,
got to play all the way out. Yeah, definitely annoying, but
so was finals best of 5 and they won threes? I'm
seven,
not
I believe.
best of 7
Yeah,
and
best
then
of
they lost.
seven.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I get it, but
A win's a win. You got that championship icon, at least.
true.
We got the controversy of the Reapers being too high rank for Blaze, right? With the
Yeah.
whole Mafia thing that happened, you guys were like GC, whole thing going on there, and then you guys go on to win against both the Astros and Ducks. Um, you think that was I don't know how to really talk about that, but just give me
I
your
mean,
opinion on that. Give me your opinion on
opinion
that.
on them just being way too good, basically.
I mean, I know it was a little unfair for the rest of the teams, but ultimately where we got placed wasn't our decision.
True, that is true.
I mean,
That's
when I
on the
first joined
league.
the Reapers, I was playing on keyboard and had come back from an 8-month break. The finals game was actually the first game I got to play back on controller.
Interesting.
Well, you guys showed out and you guys got the win. And, it wasn't on you for the MMR and I know or the cap value, but I know everyone is going to direct blame towards you guys because you guys are too high. You guys are the reason this is all messed up, but no, it is on the management of the caps. Whoever's in charge of cap. That management is what led to this whole knuckle.
Yeah. I get it.
So, are you saying that? So she says, I mean, Exile. I mean, exactly what you just said was happening in a private server today from Exile. It was rather hard to explain. So, are you saying that Exile was giving you guys a hard time for the whole
Yeah,
thing
he
that
definitely
happened because of?
was. He was.
Yeah, yeah.
I was there.
You were there.
Yeah, I was just watching. It was pretty bad. I don't know why he's so mad. Like the season's over now.
I can't change the past. But I guess just going into next season, you guys are just gonna have to, prove all the haters wrong again and win again, right?
Oh my god, if Fantasy wins the Inferno next season, that'd be crazy.
Trev, imagine playing against Fancy.
Yeah, I'm hyped, dude. But that'll be fun. Fantasy's pretty good, so that'll be fun.
Should I register
Um,
myself as a player, Trev?
I feel like you should, dude. That'd be fun playing against you. What's your rank right now?
Champ T Div 1. But
Yeah, man, you
I'm,
slumping?
no. But if I don't want to blame teammates, but I played a lot with randoms and it dropped my rank a lot.
I don't
Okay.
want to offend anybody, but I'm gonna offend them. I don't want to blame my teammates, but like,
I'm just saying, in 1v1s, I'm peaking. I'm very high right now in 1v1s.
oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well,
I
anyway,
believe the
back to
conversation was
fantasy.
Yeah,
Well,
I
she's still
believe the
here.
conversation was differing between either our team was carried by Moby or both of us GC. In fact, when I first started in the league, technically I wasn't too high to be in Blaze. I just improved quite a bit during the season. A valid statement, a valid point, and
Yeah,
it
I get
was
it.
stated before the season started that they were not going to change MMR and raise people higher than where they were at the start of the season. So,
Yeah, true.
hey, it sucks for other teams. You guys didn't improve as fast.
Basically,
Sucks for
yeah.
you.
Sucks to suck, dude.
Um, so my next question is, what was the success that beat the Ducks? But
I don't think it's yeah, it doesn't matter. Just
I think the success was you guys were just better.
like a lot better.
Just win mentality.
My question is, what, like, how do you have an Inferno team you want to go to, or like Are you and Moby gonna try to stick together, or like what's kind of the future?
Are you guys
For...
moving up to Inferno
They're
on
definitely moving
Coven?
up. There's no way they don't move up.
Well, are you gonna stick to Coven, or are you guys gonna be
I mean, is that up to them?
like,
Like,
are you guys
I
gonna
don't
be
know.
retained?
No,
Are you
what's
guys
gonna
gonna be put
happen?
as
That's
free
what I want
agents
to
and put
know.
into the draft?
Free
You guys
agents.
think the
Oh my god.
yeah? What do you guys think the future is? Ooh, ooh,
Ooh. Hello?
ooh, Trev.
What?
Ooh,
What? Stop. What are you doing?
information, information, Trev, information,
What do you mean information?
information that
Bro,
I'm
what are
reading
you
that you can't
talking
see
about?
yet.
Oh. What do you... Bro, don't do this to me. I don't like to...
You curious now, huh?
I am
You know
curious.
what
What are
to
you
think.
on about?
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Yeah. Damn.
Nemesis,
Okay.
stop trolling me, bro. Keep going.
Okay. So Fancy says, I believe Moby has already been offered a position on the Void,
Okay.
and Coven is actually my team that I've had before the league, and me and the new franchise owner Flips has agreed to make Coven a RFE team, so it'll be staying. To my knowledge, Moby has already left. Sorry if I completely botched that sentence reading it. It's like dying. But
Okay.
so
Okay.
Moby apparently is not on the team anymore.
I
Is
see.
looking to join Void. And
Gonna
then
join
yeah,
Void?
I heard that I was talking to Flips earlier, and Flips told me that it was actually your idea to rename the team. And it's great. I think it's a really dope name, Coven. I think Flips mentioned something about witches and warlocks. So
Sounds a lot like COVID, I'm not gonna lie. Sorry,
okay, sure.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. I'll take it back.
Was there anything that inspired you to change the team name? Like, I know, I changed my team name. Um, did that give you like, oh, we're allowed to do that? Oh, well, let's do it. Am I
Yeah.
starting trends out here? I actually asked to change my team name the day I got GM, as we had no franchise owner. I was told can't during mid-season. Thought I'd try my luck convincing the new FO. Well, it worked. It worked,
If
Fancy.
you
Good
don't
job.
ask, you don't get anything, right?
I'd try my luck. Oh, whoops. Mostly worked. Mostly worked. I
I
thought.
see, mostly. Something like... Well, anyway, um, so you have any idea who you plan to bring on for your roster or no?
One person can type so fast. Trev.
Right, I know. I'm sorry. Like, I don't, okay, I'm
The
sorry.
original idea is mostly being shifted in a direction that changes what I wanted, but can't complain too much. Okay.
I
So
see.
probably answer Trev's question. And what was your original direction that you wanted? What was your original idea? I'll get to Trev's in a sec. But may as well stay on topic. Damn, Trev, she
Okay, she's
brushed you off,
right. I
man.
know. No, she's right. I know. I know.
So actually, like, what was your question again, Trev?
I don't remember. I think it was like if
Anyways,
you plan on
you
bringing
you're
me on
asking for
roster.
like the plans of the roster. Yeah. So actually, my next question is the plans for their off season. So it's basically the same shit. Yeah, and then if moved to Inferno, how the World Reapers adjust. Nancy says, I've always been a fan of witches and assassins, and I recently read a story where there was this clan of witches who were prideful of their skill, which weaponry, and I always thought that was cool. Oh, with
Interesting.
weaponry, not witch. Sorry.
Okay,
There
that's
was
cool.
a coven called the 13, which was a group of the 13 strongest witches.
Sounds
And
like
as a
anime.
franchise is made up of 13 roles, FO, GM, AGM, and 10 players, I thought it would be a cool idea. That's actually a sick
That's
idea.
pretty neat. I
It's a
see.
sick
Look at
idea.
fans being all creative. That's cool.
Look at that. Gotta give him a round of applause.
Okay, okay, relax.
I really like that though. That's awesome. It's really cool. But due to teams mostly being male dominant, Flips had the idea to make it more warlock based than witch, which I'm not necessarily fond of, but can't ask for too much at this point. Well,
I see.
there's a point, but is it? I don't know if it matters that much. But
Imagine
pretty
if she got
close.
a whole girls' league.
Hello?
Oh
Hello?
God, we're in the. What's up, Fluffy? We're in the middle of the podcast, which you said you couldn't make. Hello.
Okay, I can make it now.
Oh, wow, that's
All right,
crazy, dude.
we
Welcome, welcome.
we're gonna get both Sniz and Fluffy today, huh? All
Yes,
I guess
sir.
so.
right. Well done. Let's see what we got for fantasy. What's left? If moved to Inferno, how will the Reapers adjust? We're also talking about the off season as a whole now, right? Speaking of a girls' league, Coven was my original idea with Fallacious, who had wanted to make a full female roster for a while, but he wanted to wait another season. Oh, that's interesting.
She wants full female roster. Yeah, I figured. That'd be cool.
It's very interesting. Cool.
I see. Well, that's all I really got for. I don't have any other questions.
Except the one where you want to know what kind of happens with the Reapers throughout the off
I
season.
mean, she obviously isn't that interested in it, so
Yeah, sorry, Fancy. I
she
know it's a
probably
lot
she
of
probably doesn't
typing.
know.
This is
Or she
this
can
is the
still join.
last question, promise. We just want to know what we got planned going into the off season. I mean, currently we are trying to figure out what we want to do in terms of players, so we can try get a base player to build off of. That's smart. Want that superstar to surround the team around,
Superstar.
like a Sniz.
Yeah, Mr. Sniz.
Wait, who are you asking that? Steve?
No, I'm
Fancy.
talking about what Fancy's typing.
We're talking about what she wants to see for her future and roster as a team, kinda, sorta.
Because as of right now, I feel like I'm gonna get moved into Inferno just to become a sub. So you
Yeah,
get
she's like,
GC1. You can if you can hit GC. I don't know if you're gonna be a sub. Also, there's not a lot of active players in Inferno, which gives you even higher chance and possibility to be a starter. So if I were you, I probably wouldn't worry about that. I think you'll be fine.
yeah, she's like the rank I was when I joined, and I got to be a starter. So I was actually like I was eighth pick by you guys. So I mean,
Yeah, your first round. We are like, damn, this guy,
for whatever reason,
he's he's smart and knows how to rotate. We like him.
sometimes.
Solid third man right there.
I mean, statistically, I was a good third man.
Yeah, yeah, that's why we got you first.
Yeah.
At the same time, at eighth overall, we weren't really getting a superstar talent. You know what I mean? There wasn't
Yeah.
anyone that was like, I'm the best. You know,
Yeah, I hear you.
the main player she's been gunning for is Mikey G Fuel. I believe the original reason he's even here is because I found him in a ranked solo queue game 2 years ago. Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, okay,
We
okay.
moved around with him for a while. Been moving around with him for a while. And I remember being fond of his playstyle. Well, he's the number one pick, and he won a championship the season before last season, and he went to a championship last season. He's a very solid player. Can't argue with that. And to go off of that, I actually tried to trade for him like the middle of the season last season, I actually wanted to pick him first. We wanted Mikey to fall to 8th and us pick him and then pick Trev second round. But Mikey got picked first, and we ended up having to go with our next man up, which was Trev. And then second and third round, we were just like, fuck, we don't know who to fucking pick. What's happening?
Fair for that.
Or Trev.
For
Backup
me.
pick. Well,
It's okay,
I mean, you
you
say
know.
backup pick, but
I mean,
second
I got
round to second
picks.
round. Second round to second round.
I got to play. That was cool.
Yeah. He was our best guy. Love Trev.
Yeah,
We loved
Mr.
him.
Boy.
He's a free agent now.
thanks. Okay, yeah, I got it. Yeah.
All right, well, that's all we got for you, Fancy. Thank you for your time. Appreciate it. Anything else you want to say? Anyone you want to shout out? Any statements you want to make going into next season? Go ahead and say whatever you'd like here. All right, Fancy says, shout out to the admins for letting me get away with stupid, obnoxious shit so I could win.
Okay.
Yeah, shout out admins. Good job. Good job,
Yeah,
guys.
let's go, admin. Ooh,
Good job.
Let's go.
All right, thank you, Fancy. See you and
So was it-
good luck
was
next
it-
season.
The time to
All
interrogate
right.
Sniz now? Or Fluffy?
Oh. Yeah, no problem. She said thanks for having me. All right, time to talk to Fluffy.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Hello,
my
Fluffy.
gosh.
I'm so
Welcome to the
starstruck right
podcast.
now.
Sure,
Why is
the
that?
man, the myth, the legend, bro. Fluffy Knight.
I'm talking about the man, the myth, the legend, Trev, in the BC with me.
No, this is
Oh
about
my
you.
goodness.
I
I'm
mean,
blushing.
Mr.
you're talking to
Champion.
the guy with an FA next to his name when you're the man with a trophy next to it. So
well,
so to
back
get into
that.
this, let's talk about how it feels to have a trophy next to your name. You didn't earn any money from it, but you got a trophy.
Tell you what
I like
happens.
that.
I was gonna have a trophy next to my name last season, but I tossed in the finals. It feels so great having a teammate who can carry me this season. So even when I tossed in the finals, I still got him to pick me back up and get that trophy next to my name.
Did
No,
you toss in the finals, then?
Having Sniz earlier, he was saying good stuff about you in the
Yeah,
finals.
he
he was
was.
saying you
He
did
said
really
he was
well.
only positive, dude.
Like you were hitting shots. You were a very offensive player. He said you were doing good.
It was an off and on day for sure. I was sometimes hitting shots. So I remember one game very vaguely. I don't even think I got in the triple digits in score. This kind of had to pop off there. We still lost though, because like I was like an anchor sinking into the bottom of the ocean. But I mean, you could say I did hit some clips. I might have saved them. I might
Like
use
the
them in a later date.
See, he starts off with, I was okay, but I did clip a couple times.
Yo,
You played well. You played well, and you guys won. Congratulations.
yes sir.
So this is one of the questions I asked Sniz. You guys were the underdogs going into the tournament, right? We're third seed, played against the Astros, played against the Kings, and sure you were third seed and you're looked at as an underdog versus the Astros, but me and Trev actually thought you guys had the Astros number, and really the biggest underdog you had to face, or that you were when you were the underdog, was the Kings. The Kings were the team. One loss throughout the season. They were on fire. Did that affect your morale at all? Did that affect team morale?
No, not at all. Actually, I actually went to like thinking, how are we gonna lose? Like, there's no way we lose this, right? Because like, what throughout the season we've lost to the Kings. Okay, the reason that happened is because we didn't have our carry Sniz with us, and we also didn't have our main man Tricks as well. Just like we didn't have him in the finals, which I guess Tricks wasn't needed so much because Sniz is still on top of his game. But I believe we would have won against the Kings if we had Sniz there anyway. I honestly believe that the Kings weren't, all that too OP. And Astros, like, we knew we were beating them. Like, Beta is a really good player, but when me and Sniz get going, just, it's hard to take us down.
Yeah, it makes sense.
True.
And looking at the Kings, they had everything like going for them. Arctic Envy is a very great player. Sniz said he popped off a little bit here and there. And then Mikey is very, very consistent, and he was the first overall draft pick, won a championship last season. You know, it sounds like looking at that team, you guys just weren't worried, even though they had players that were very good, and the they had the resume to back it up.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened actually. So what I was thinking about is like, the top team can't be all that perfect. And as soon as we played that first game, I saw a bunch of flaws in their teamwork. Obviously, they're really good as individual players. Yeah, I don't think they got too used to each other playing, So we used that against them, and that's how we took them down ultimately. Me and
Strategy.
Sniz had that chemistry and that synergy that, it's hard to take down if, you haven't been playing with your teammates for too long.
Yeah, we like that. We like that. Trev, you got anything for him?
Yeah, what he's saying about synergy is absolutely true. Like when we played the last time I played Sniz, Fluffy, and Trix, and I could tell the strategy was give Sniz the ball as much as possible and support him, and it worked so well because Fluffy was so selfless and always gave the ball and like I could just tell there was so much teamwork going on. I'm like, yeah, we're fucked. Like we're losing this, and it wasn't close. So
Oof.
yeah, I definitely agree with what he says.
Okay.
I have a reason for that. The reason I'm selfless is because last season in the twos league, I had my guy Corn Dog as a teammate, and I also had to do the same thing for him. He was also the main man, and if you gave him the ball, he could do a lot with it. I do think Sniz is a lot better than him, because he's now a rush.
All right. Fluffy, we got another one here. So no Sniz, obviously great player. Obviously, as you would say, carried throughout the season. But who do you think deserves the most credit? Like, like overall in the team, who do you think deserves the credit? Where does the credit lie?
Honestly, I think the most important thing to have with us is our mental, and for most of the season, other than the finals, after we picked up tricks, he was there and he was boosting our mental the whole way through. He was our glue when everything fell through. So I not taking into account the grand final because he's obviously EU, and if we played with him, like it would have been sweeps all around. I'm just saying, um, not because of me, but because of Sniz's and Trix's chemistry and how well they play. But that roster change right there is kind of what made or break, our team. We had to make a quick thinking decision to pick him up, and it was the right decision. So if you think about it, I'm still gonna hand this one to Sniz because he's the one that decided to pick Tricks up. He's the one that said, "Oh, he's a good player. Let's get him."
No,
Even when
I
I mentioned that he was EU and might cause some problems. So
yeah. No, I really like how you were all talking about tricks and making him seem like he was the success, and you're like, Sniz.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, Trix. I really value mental, and Trix was keeping our mental up. But Sniz.
Yep, that's exactly
Love
what I'm
that.
going with.
Oh, we love that. Um, okay, so this is one of the ones I asked Fancy. Like going into next season, right? Like going into off season, like what do you think? Did I already ask you this? Hold on.
No, I have not
Okay.
been asked
Well,
this.
going into the off season, like what do you kind of expect to happen? Like we need one thing for rapid fire. We need a lot more Inferno members, and for me, I'm thinking we need to have a prize pool, get higher level players in because they want money, right? We need more Inferno members. What do you think happens going into off season?
Going into off season, first there's gonna be a lot of team changes, a lot of people coming to FA, and I think the best way to boost this is actually through the partnerships that they have already got. Like the RLPS partnership was a really good idea. I've already met so many people in there, because I'm a Sapphire player in there, and they're all worthy of being Inferno. If we get some of those guys to come over, our Inferno situation would be solved completely. These guys are cracked too, so they will not disappoint any GM if they try out.
But do you think a higher level player will want to play just for free? Nothing.
Um, it depends on how high. Like, obviously,
If we want, so say if we want to bring SSLs in here and then give Sniz some competition, like, do you think they're just gonna want to come in, or do you think they want something to play for?
well, obviously, for that to happen, our community would have to grow, and with our community growing, would also mean more chances for income. So, I believe if that happens, we will be able to start getting prize pools, and we will be able to start reeling in more high prize players and start having more tiers, making it more fair for each player to be able to win. That is my opinion on the situation.
Okay. Well, I know I got some big plans. I'm now an owner, and I got my team here.
Nemesis, you
I
have
know I
2
got some big.
minutes to finish up the podcast.
Okay. Okay. I know I got some big plans going into this next season. I got some things that I'm gonna move. I'm very aware of what goes on in Blaze, and I have my eyes on my Inferno here. Um, Staff and everything. Fancy's doing great over there with Coven. And Fluffy, you're doing great too. How your plans as well.
What a nice
Trev,
guy.
Trev is,
Some positive vibes right there.
Trev is sitting in free agency.
His mental's doing okay.
Exactly where I belong, dude. I belong in the FA.
Yeah. All right. Well, seems like that's about the end here.